This video is part of a much larger ComfyUI training with over 30 hours of in-depth training on workflows, models, performance, and advanced production techniques. You will find the full course link in the description.
ComfyUI is not just another interface for AI image generation, music generation, video generation. It's all those things, but it is a way of thinking about creative work in the age of machine intelligence. Instead of single clicks and one-off results, you build reusable workflows that you can reuse and that you actually own. That is how you move from random wins to consistent quality across amazing designs. These could be fashion editorial images, consistent character portraits, film-grade stills, movie poster concept art, game-style concept art, or catalog-ready product shots. Instead of fragile experiments, you create systems that grow with better models, better techniques, and better ideas, without forcing you to start over each time. Now that shift matters because the future of creative AI, I believe, is not only about pressing buttons here and there and getting results. It's also about building pipelines that turn imagination into repeatable, high-quality results, like the ones that you're seeing here. Now we take a look at how to install the desktop version of ComfyUI. We come to comfy.org. We go to download ComfyUI. And you can see this is a really colorful page. And whoever designed it deserves a prize for the amount of vibrancy. We go to download ComfyUI and we've got three options: download for Windows, download for Mac, install from GitHub. Now, as far as I'm aware, the download for Windows version, it says requires NVIDIA or AMD graphics card, but as far as I'm aware, the last time I installed it, you could also install it for CPU. So if you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card or an AMD card, it was possible to install it just for the CPU. We'll check if that's still possible. Download for Mac, Apple Silicon, M series chips, and the install from GitHub. This will definitely allow you to install just for CPU. So if you don't have a powerful graphics card, you can just install for the CPU and then use the Comfy Cloud or some other online service, an API service through the ComfyUI interface will allow you to run ComfyUI and to run models on a distant server, on a remote server. So there are options for everyone. Let's download for Windows, and this will start the download immediately. And once it's finished downloading, we'll have a file that we can actually use to start the installation process. Now, once it's completed downloading, you will have a file which will be something like this. This one is version 0.8.3, and this version is obviously beta. And all the versions of ComfyUI that I've used over the last 2 years, they've all been beta. Every single one. There's not yet a single version 1.0. So it's still in beta, it's still testing, so it's still going to have some issues that you're going to experience, as all beta software does. I don't want to discourage you from using it. I think it's fantastic software, and you should have a great experience. We'll double click to install, click on run, and this will begin the first part of the installation process. Now I'm going to choose a different install directory so we can start. This is going to be the first part of the installation process. There'll be a second part. This will allow me to choose my installation destination. Let me do that. And after we've done that, we'll install it. Here we are. And you can see the instructions there. It allows you to choose a different folder, which is what I've done. I noticed that it doesn't allow me to choose whether I'm installing for a specific Windows user or all users, but we'll hit install and it should start installing. And after it installs, we'll go to the second phase of the installation process. Now this is what it looks like when it's finished. I'm going to click away from the run ComfyUI option. We'll click finish, and I'm just going to bring the shortcut. So you'll have a shortcut on your desktop and you can actually double click on that. This gives us the menu to get started. And if we click on get started, you can see we have an option for NVIDIA CUDA for AMD ROCm CPU mode. So the CPU mode is there, which is what I had hoped for. And this would allow us basically to connect up to the Comfy Cloud or to use another API service. So that's very convenient for people who haven't got powerful hardware. Manual install for the experts. So you choose whichever one you want, and then you basically would choose where you're going to install, and you would choose also whether you're going to migrate your existing installations. So if you've got a portable installation, I have many, you can migrate at least one of those into the ComfyUI Desktop version. So let me just choose exactly where I'm going to install. And once the installation directory is chosen, we can go ahead and click Next. Choose automatic updates, usage metrics. Let's go ahead and install. And it begins the installation process. Now this will take quite some time depending on whether or not you have a fast internet connection. So this may be the larger part of the download. And you'll find also that the amount of space you need on your drive may be quite a bit. You may need about 5 gigabytes at the moment. That should be sufficient for installing this. Obviously a lot more for the individual models. Now, once the installation is complete, it should open up and you should have something that looks like this, and you can get started with one of the templates or basically whatever you want to do. So if you have the CPU installation, it should be possible to run it. You would basically go and connect your account for comfy.org, or you would open up a custom node for an API server, and you can then run whatever workflow you want inside of ComfyUI. If we want to bring up the templates, we go to the templates icon, click on the templates. This brings up the templates which appear when ComfyUI is first installed. And here you find templates that can run locally or that can run remotely. We can actually choose which ones we see. So for the external or remote API options, we can choose that. And for the local options, we can choose runs on ComfyUI. And you can see there are lots and lots of different templates. And these templates are increasing every day. Literally, there are new ones coming up. The partner nodes are the ones that quite often you'll be using your ComfyUI Cloud or your Comfy Cloud account with. Let's talk about the Comfy Cloud account. To open up the Comfy Cloud account inside of the desktop, we go to this icon on the right hand side. It's a person icon, and we click on that. And we can log into the Comfy Cloud account. So it allows us to access your Comfy Cloud credits. And if you bought the credits, they will be shown as soon as you've signed in. Once you've signed in, you click here and you'll see your ComfyUI credits. And you'll see the details that matter there for the Comfy Cloud account. Now, obviously, you can use the credits with the partner nodes. You can choose some of the nodes here. And we can go for Google's Nano Banana, for instance. You can see that it will tell you how much cost there is per image created. I'm gonna Control A, and what we can do is Control A, we can delete that particular workflow, or we can just close this here and go back to the old workflow. Now, some people really prefer to use the old ComfyUI Manager, which we had to install separately in the past, but which is now included in the desktop installation. If you want to access the new manager, new ComfyUI Manager, click on the Comfy icon, the logo, go to Manage Extensions, and you can manage extensions. These are custom nodes that you can install. They have all sorts of uses. And you can see details of these different custom nodes. And you can manage them inside the Extensions Manager. So the custom nodes are found managed in the Manage Extensions menu, and we get essentially the new ComfyUI Manager. If we want the old manager, we go to the logo, we go to Settings, and inside of the desktop, ComfyUI Desktop, there is Server Config. And what Server Config does is that it takes us to this menu. We go all the way down to the bottom. You see there's an option for Use Legacy Manager UI. This is the old manager. This had to be installed separately in the past. With ComfyUI Desktop, we don't install it separately. It's already installed. But if we want to use that instead of the Manage Extensions option, we have to turn this on. So this is the default. We turn it on. That takes us to install the Legacy Manager. Now this is used in a lot of courses. This is used in a lot of lectures. So turning this on will make the ComfyUI user interface really kind of familiar if you are using some of the many lectures on ComfyUI that are still available. You've modified the following server configurations, restart to apply changes. So a lot of changes here do require a restart before they take any impact. There's also here what they call a flag, and this is the code you would put inside the batch file to start ComfyUI in order to start it with the Manager Legacy user interface enabled. Now this is maybe a little bit beyond the scope of what we're really discussing here, but this is something that can be understood once you've actually had a look at the batch file, because that's where you would input this, and that's where the toggle here actually impacts. Now you have to do this manually if you're using one of the portable installations of ComfyUI. There's another feature that a lot of people will find very useful, and that is the old user interface, the old ComfyUI user interface. Once again, we go to the menu or the logo. We now go to Settings, and inside of Settings we go to Comfy, and inside of Comfy we go down to what they call the menu. I'm just going to scroll through with my mouse wheel, and we get the menu here. So it's Comfy, then Menu, and then we choose Disabled. And you'll notice a significant change in the background as soon as I hit Disabled. And what you see there is the old ComfyUI user interface. This user interface is going to be very familiar to many people who have used ComfyUI in the past, and will be very familiar in a lot of tutorials, because this older user interface, it's still there. It's what they call backwards compatibility. So you can still use this. And in many ways, it's a little bit easier to understand what's happening with the labeled commands here, the labeled buttons. For instance, if I want to load the default workflow, I can just come here and click Load Default. And that gives us a default workflow, one that would be very useful if I wanted to run Stable Diffusion 1.5, for instance, because it's already expecting a Stable Diffusion 1.5 model inside the load checkpoint. If I want to go back to the newer user interface, we click here on the gear icon. We go to Comfy, and once again we go to Menu, and inside of Menu we choose Top, and that takes us to the newer menu. You can see there we've still got the workflow. So the workflows are just completely continuous. You can move back and forth between the old and the user interface. The user interfaces are continuous. There's no real change that's happening with anything inside of the engine that runs ComfyUI. You're just changing the way it looks. That's really what you're doing. So you can go back to the older interface. Settings, Comfy, Menu, Disabled. That takes us to the old user interface. It's going to work just the same way as the new user interface. If I restart this right now, you'll find that the manager button has been enabled because we asked for the manager button to be enabled. Now with those switched settings, we can go and look at the brand old manager, which is up here. And we can also access the manager here as well. So that's the old functionality with the manager. And we can also go ahead and change the settings. Go to Comfy, we go down to menu, choose disabled, and you can see here as well, we've got the manager here. So we've got the brand old manager and the brand old workspace. So if you prefer that option, that is exactly how you would do it. So the options are there if you want to choose them, and this is actually right now easiest to do to move between the different the different UIs in ComfyUI. It's easiest to do it inside of the desktop version of ComfyUI.
For more ComfyUI setup guides, workflows, and step-by-step tutorials, check out the full course linked in the description.